If you knew how long this goddamn setup took me. This is my first whiteboard setup. The light is still really annoying. I haven't figured that shit out right now. This friggin' glare right here. But let me try and break this down for you. For those who don't fully comprehend semen retention, okay? A lot of these people around here, a lot of these cats on here, these dudes, they want to promote semen retention as completely abstaining from sex. But if you want this to be a lifelong practice, if you want to do this your whole life the right way, I'm sorry guys, eventually, you're gonna have to deal with feminine energy. You're gonna have to deal with having a wife. You're gonna have to deal with having a girlfriend, unfortunately. Boo-hoo. Wah. Unless you want to be alone your whole goddamn life, which I know most of you don't want to do because women are pretty damn awesome. I don't know about you. I know some of you guys are a little butthurt by women. Women broke your heart, they did you dirty, but not all of them are bad. It's up to you to choose the right one, but when you do, I need you to know that you can still practice semen retention in relationship. Yes, you can. You can still practice it in relationship and yield great infinite benefits from the practice, okay? What I need you guys to understand first and foremost, my trusty stick here. Number one, this is number one right here, okay? Fapping, meaning male self-pleasure. If you release from male self-pleasure, which is fapping, ultimately, it will lead to energy loss. There's almost no benefit to it. Sure, you can edge, you can build the energy up, which leads me to number two over here. Retention ultimately equals masculine fire, okay? When you retain your seed, you are cultivating masculine fire. The flame, the heat you feel down below in the furnace area, your testicles, your scrotum, all that, it will burn. It will develop semen. That semen will burn. It will turn into a steam. That steam will rise up to your spine and it will illuminate your mind. Yes, it will. But the problem with that, eventually, if you keep it going for long periods of time, you'll begin to feel anger. You'll begin to feel rage. Why? Because masculine fire is very, very hot and you can't always control it. It's rage, it's war, it's muscle, it's testosterone. You want to feel the heat, then you retain by yourself solo. This is where the female comes in, okay? Feminine water. She is water. She flows smoothly. She's attractive. She is the life giver. She is the water in the womb. You hear me? So your goal, practicing semen retention with sex, ultimately, sex with no release plus the female climax, when she ejaculates, when she releases her ejaculate on you, sex with no release plus female climax equals absorbing female water. That's absorbing feminine energy. What does that do? It cools off our fire. It keeps us happy. It keeps us energized. And on top of that, you get the double benefit of you not releasing. You retained your semen. You retained it inside. That fire is still burning, but it's operating at an optimal temperature. It's nice and cool, and you're very, very happy because you pleased your woman. She's happy. You feel like a king. You feel like a god because you just pleased a beautiful woman. And she released her waters onto you. She gifted you with her nurturing waters. And that makes you nice and breezy. It amplifies your aura and makes you move more fluid through the matrix because the woman got that attractive energy by nature. You have to retain. You have to retain and build your energy up and up and up over the course of months, days, weeks. But I'm telling you right now, if you know how to retain and learn how to retain, plus absorb the feminine energy, it will amplify your aura and create attractive energy around you even faster than just retaining your masculine fire by yourself. Because that fire plus the feminine water equals yin and yang, complete balance of duality, yin and yang, and you feel great. You feel like a king. And you know what? When you build up and build up and build up and build up both these energies simultaneously, when you release, when you choose to release, maybe every 10 sessions, 20 sessions, whatever it may be, it will not affect you as much. You will not be as drained because you have boosted your energy with the energy of orgasm. And what is orgasm? I need you to understand Very, very, very simple. Orgasm over here is energy circulation. That's all it is. An orgasm is when you feel good and nice and wavy, when you get the good vibes during sex, okay? Most people, they take orgasm energy right here. They take ejaculation, which is semen release, right here. And they pair it into one, which is the climax, okay? Most men are trained to build up to the climax. The climax is in the male body. Ultimately, a climax equals ejaculation and semen release. So most people, when they release the semen, they experience the energy circulation at the same time. But what is really happening during a male climax, let's write male on top specifically, during a male climax, you are going to release the semen, but also you're releasing your energy. You're not having an internal orgasm anymore. It's an external experience. You breathe out all your air. You push out all your energy. You push out all the liquid, the juice. Ooh, you're shaking and then you're done. You're flat. You're flatlined. What you need to do as a man and learn to separate. Take sexual activity right here. All right? Sexual activity can specifically just be a constant orgasm, spiraling up, a buildup of the energy. And when you do this as a man, when you build that energy and spiral it up, you do not reach a climax. It's not technically edging because you don't even operate on the edge. What you want to do with this orgasm energy circulation over here, you want to keep it on a pleasure scale. Max, you want to hit a 7 out of 10, 7.5, 8, you're kind of pushing it. You're getting too close to that ejaculation, semen release over here, and we don't want that. We want to keep it in for as much as we can and as long as we can. We're going to breathe deep. We're going to push on the pelvic floor instead of always contracting. Push it, push it. You're not always going to contract, because when you contract, you are going to release, and you don't want to release. You want to keep it in so we can build up to the female climax. What you want to do, you want to spend that extra time in foreplay. You want to make sure you use your hands, your mouth, be sensual for as long as you can. Your woman warms up very, 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 very slow. You're hard and you're ready to go. You're ready to go. And once that thing is hard, it's ready to pop off. We don't want to pop off. Why? Because we boil fast. Our waters boil really, really fast. Why is that? Because we have fire inside of us. Why does she boil slow? Because we are the fire, and we have to slowly boil her feminine water, and it takes a long time. For most women to get to a climax, it will take about 20 to 25 minutes if you want to get her real good. If you want to get her quick, 10-15. But if you want to make her have a good experience, if you want her whole body to be warmed up head to toe, which it should be, I'm going to talk about this in another video, but if you want it to warm up real slowly, you use your hands, give her a massage, rub her feet, use your mouth, use your hands everywhere. Make sure she's nice and warm before you enter. And when you enter, you're still going to take your time. You're going to pace yourself, because we are very fast to release. We are very fast. Our fire is quick to extinguish itself. 5 to 7 minutes for most of us if we really, really want to speed it up. But what you want to do is learn to extend your orgasm, which is energy circulation. You just want to learn to feel the energy circulating in the body for 20 to 30 minutes. And if you know how to scale your energy, 7 out of 10, you will be golden. You can go for as long as an hour without busting, because you have to be conscious about your body. So what you want to do as a male, if you want to practice semen retention during sex, you want to avoid the male climax. We won't climax. There is no climax. What there is energy circulation and energy. Let's do a little arrow sign pointing up, because it's only up from here. Energy elevation. Just keep the energy going up, 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 up. Sure, if you want to hit a certain point with your energy circulation and just be on a wavelength, just be on a wavelength where you have little peaks and dips and peaks and dips, so you don't always go up, because sometimes going up too high will push you to a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, and that will equal ejaculation and ultimately semen release. We do not want that. We want to practice retention while we have sex. Retention while we have sex. So we can experience the female climax. So she can release her waters onto us, and through our phallus, through our male member, we can absorb that energy. Much like when you ejaculate inside her, she absorbs your energy. She absorbs your essence. She absorbs your fire, your testosterone. She feels a type of way, because when the female releases, her climax is internal. So she reabsorbs her own fluids, and she benefits off her own energy, which is already powerful and magnetic and attractive, because she is a woman, okay? She's a woman. She's attractive by nature. Everybody looks at her. Everybody loves her. The man, not so much. Everybody kind of doesn't give a shit about you unless you're practicing semen retention and augmenting your masculine fire, which will ultimately augment your aura. It will help you glow. But like I said, too much retention for too long, too much celibacy, all that, it will create an anger in your heart, because it's too much fire, and fire extinguishes fire. It's gonna burn you out. Sometimes masculine fire is so strong. The anger you feel when you reach uncontrollable moments of anger or uncontrollable moments of fire, you burn into your own aura. You burn holes in your own aura. This allows physical, spiritual entities, demons, energy vampires, whatever you want to call it, to enter your aura. This is why you're constantly tested out in nature, constantly tested at work, constantly tested out in life, because people want your energy. They're gonna leech off you. Your masculine fire is very, very attractive. Think about moths to a flame. It's very attractive. These entities out here, they wanna leech off of you. The feminine waters will help cool you down and move nice and easy through the matrix without the trouble. This is why men who practice retention and energy cultivation on their own while avoiding feminine energy and all this stuff, this is why they're more prone to nature. This is why they love nature, because Mother Nature is very feminine. She nurtures you by nature. So what you can do if you're just practicing semen retention with celibacy, you're gonna wanna go to nature. You're gonna wanna go swim in the water. You're gonna wanna do things that involve some kind of feminine energy. But if you're only working out, if you're only dodging women, if you're only experiencing and doing masculine things, your own fire will add to its fire and it extinguishes you. Fire is too powerful. It's hot. It makes you angry. It makes you bitter at the world, and you don't want that. You don't want that. Why? Because the world is Mother Earth. Mother Earth by nature is feminine. In order to move more fluid in this matrix, in order to move more proper on this planet, what you need in your life is some feminine water. Water adding to water doesn't affect it. Fire to fire just grows more volatile and more strong. You're mad, you're angry, it burns you up. Water on water, it's flowing, it's feeling good. So as a man, when you are ready to practice semen retention and retain, when you're ready to practice semen retention and have sex and include women in your life, you need to learn to have sexual activity and separate ejaculation and orgasm. They are not one and the same. They are two completely different things, okay? Orgasm, simply put, once again, is energy circulation. It's when you penetrate the woman and you're feeling good. You want to breathe a little harder. Oh, you twitch a little bit. Oh, you're feeling good. It's just electricity moving through your body. It's blissful movements. Sometimes an orgasm might bring up some anger. Sometimes it might bring up some sadness. Sometimes it brings up some trauma. This is why we call it sexual healing, because it's very healing to the body. And if you allow these orgasms to circulate energy through your body, you can have internal energy releases that are absolutely beautiful. You could ride these peaks. You hit a dip, you hit a peak, oh, you feel good. Hit a dip, hit a peak, oh, you feel good again. It feels good. It's juicy. It's feminine waters helping you cleanse your aura. It's beautiful. It's an absolutely beautiful thing. So don't listen to any retainers out here telling you that you can't have sex on retention, because yes, you can. They're always talking about everyone who's having sex is so depleted and so out of energy. Why do I feel so good? Why am I flowing right now? Why can I speak so well? Because I experience feminine energy on the daily, and it's absolutely beautiful. And I'm not just talking about sex. I'm just talking about not dodging women. Women are so beautiful and healing. Sometimes a woman could just smile at you and it makes your whole week better. Sometimes a woman could just drop her vocal tones on your ear and you feel so sweet and good. Like, the right woman can heal you. And imagine if you bring your fire, retention energy to a woman during sex and you let that energy circulate. You feel amazing. And when she releases her feminine waters on you and you absorb it, you feel like a king because you pleased a divine goddess in this realm. Good job. So like I said, for semen retention, sexual activity for men, it does not involve the male climax. You don't climax. You do not finish. You experience the orgasm, energy circulation, and you refrain from going past 7 out of 10, which will ultimately lead to ejaculation and energy release. We don't want that. You keep it in. You build up the energy, constantly spiraling up. You feel great. When she ejaculates, when she reaches her climax, she finishes on you, you absorb the water, it feels amazing. Fapping, if you're masturbating, if you're watching the videos, once again, retention equals masculine fire. If you're fapping and edging, yes, you can practice in ways that involve fapping and edging, okay? But ultimately, your retention, your masculine fire will build up in fapping, and you are adding fire to fire. You're using your masculine hand, which is fire. You're touching your masculine parts, which is fire. And you're building up the orgasmic energy with more fire. You're speeding up more sexual tension. You're speeding up more aggressiveness, and it's not always beneficial. It is a good way in the initial stages to help build up some energy, but stay away from the videos. The videos are ultimately low vibrational, low frequency. If you're working up your fire, watching these videos, you are building up your energy to it with an energy being supplied by a low frequency. So you're not really building it. You're opening your energy to attract more low energy. It's a bad exchange of energy. So ultimately, fapping equals some kind of energy loss. If you really need it, if you're single, if you're trying to avoid women, sure, do what you have to do. Do not release from fapping. It is not a good feeling. Burning out your fire with your own fire is not a good feeling. It hurts, makes you depressed. You're a man making love to a man at the end of the day. It's not a good balance. What is a good balance is masculine fire, feminine water. That is yin and yang. It's duality. It is the energy of the planet Earth. Duality, fire, water, hot, cold, night and day, sun and moon. It's the duality of the universe we live in currently. So once again, sexual activity. Learn as a male. You are not supposed to climax unless you're trying to procreate. Every now and then is good. Once you've built up the orgasmic energy, sure, you can do it every 10 times, 15 times, but try to avoid it and try to communicate to your partner to help you avoid it. It's very important. Once again, finally, sexual activity. All you're trying to do is cultivate the energy, cultivate the energy, cultivate the energy, cultivate the energy. Circulate the orgasm, ejaculation release. Maybe 1 out of every 10 times, assuming you're only gonna have sex maybe 10 times every couple months. I don't know. But if you're doing it every single day, I don't believe that you should abuse anything, because your dopamine is gonna go up and down and up and down. Relax, take it easy. There's plenty of time to make love throughout a lifetime, all right? So once again, male climax. Try not to think about that when it comes to sex on semen retention. Do not think about the male climax. Just think about orgasm, which is feeling good. All we want to do is feel good. Sexual healing, baby. We just want to feel good. That's why when you're with the woman, leading her to climax, take your time with her. Just take your time. You're a man. You are a provider. Provide orgasmic energy to your woman. help her reach her climax, and she will gift you and bliss you with feminine waters. No more male climax. No more semen release. Not as often as you think you should. Screw all these Hollywood movies that tell you gotta build up to a climax and you roll over and you fall asleep. No. When you leave sexual activity, only experiencing orgasm and energy circulation, you feel amazing. You want to get up and get shit done. You want to go to the gym. You feel good. You feel smooth. You have energy to do all the bullshit your girl wants you to do sometimes. Oh, we got to go do these errands. Oh, it's okay, baby. We good. I got the energy today. We feeling good. That's how you feel. You're a provider. You have the energy to provide. But if you're constantly doing the semen release, you will have no energy to provide. You're going to want to sleep. You're going to feel sluggish. You're going to feel depressed. You're not going to connect as much with your woman. If you only follow the orgasmic model, you will connect with your woman so much. You will have patience for all her emotions. Trust me. Peace, love, knowledge, and protection, and you and yours. This is Tikal Bay, and I'm out. Circulate the energy. Release is your enemy. Peace out.